Hey guys, so I'm in love with this tree behind me, and I'm going to tell you why when we return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome to the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we discuss being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others. Free. So today I have a tree that's behind me, and I told you that I'm in love with this tree. And this tree, if you haven't already figured it out, is the Moringa tree. And the Moringa tree is some super stuff, people. If you're going to be self-sufficient, you're going to come to Africa, Ghana, or wherever and say, hey, I'm going to live a self-sufficient life, then I've told you already, then you need to be healthy. You can't be free if you're not healthy, because you'd be too dependent on the system of the matrix that we live in. So Moringa is, I told you before why dandelion is so powerful, that it can grow straight through concrete. Then it's God's way of trying to tell you that this is food and you need to see it. Well, same holds true for Moringa. Moringa will grow anywhere, people. You plant the seeds in any type of soil, they just grow. They just grow. And when you come to Ghana and parts of Africa, then the Moringa just grows like wildfire. It's the plant, this tree is so-called the miracle tree, because that's what it is. It's a miracle. It's native to India, but it grows all over Africa. And here in Ghana, Ghana is just blessed with some wonderful medicinal plants. And people are just sleeping on a lot of this stuff. They don't appreciate it. But Moringa is one such plant that people just don't appreciate, and it grows like wildfire here. And this stuff is just amazing. So again, they call this the miracle plant. It's a new superfood, as they say. And why is that? Because it's just packed with nutrition and medicinal properties. This tree, the Moringa tree, let's get a close-up of this tree. And like I say, I'm in love with this tree, and I'm gonna share more. They also call it the drumstick tree, because you can see that these little pods on here look like drumsticks, and this is where the seeds, you get the seeds. And let's see if we can get a close-up on one where it's already cracking open and the seeds are coming out. Here's one. Absolutely wonderful, right? So it looks like the little insects have already gotten to the seeds in this one, because they love them too. The insects love these trees, and they love the seeds, because the seeds are so wonderful as well. But anyway, yeah, let's see if we can crack one open and get some good seeds out of it. So you let these seeds, you can see these seeds come out, and they actually dry out, and then they fly around. Yeah, so let's get a close-up of that. So there's one of the seeds. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that, where we're going to be able to get that in focus, but that's one of the seeds. And yeah, they come out and just fly around. And right now I probably have about 10 of these trees, at least 10 growing on the property here. So they grow so fast and so easily that you don't have to water them, you don't have to take care of them. They just start growing. Whoosh. Sometimes you come into places and the only thing you see that's able to grow is the Moringa. So that's, to me, is God's way of telling you, hey, you need to know who I am. This is the Moringa plant. So anyway, let's talk about this Moringa tree. And I'm going to go in and we're going to talk about it a little more. I'm actually going to pull some of this Moringa off of here, because I try and eat the leaves, so I just pull some of these leaves off, and I take these and put them in smoothies. I take these and cook them in soups and put them in my food, and all kind of uses for them. Okay guys, so listen, I got my moringa that I pulled off the tree, off the moringa tree today. And again, like I say, they call this the miracle tree. And if you haven't done your research on moringa, you haven't used moringa before, then I'm telling you that you are missing out on a world of health. This moringa tree, it is anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antioxidant, it's antidepressant. This thing is the bomb, right? So some of you have your children, or you taking these antidepressants, talking about some Prozac or Ritalin. Get you some moringa. Get off that stuff. Get you some moringa. And not only that, but a lot of you are dealing with diabetes. Get you some moringa. A lot of you dealing with high cholesterol. Get you some moringa. The moringa plant, it has like all the 9 essential amino acids. So it's a complete source of protein. So if you are vegetarian or vegan, then you need to have moringa in your life, right? And it has all these vitamins and nutrients in it, from vitamin A to vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, calcium, phosphorus, beta carotene, iron, magnesium, zinc. So from A to Z, moringa is it. Listen, you go into the store talking about, oh, I need to go get me a multivitamin to keep healthy. Well, if you were using moringa every day, that is your multivitamin, my friend. That is your multivitamin. You wouldn't need to be spending this foolish money on these synthetic drugs and all of this unhealthy pharmaceuticals. You need to introduce moringa into your diet. You can eat the leaves. You can eat them fresh. You can cook them. You can dry them out, powder them. And if you powder it, it maintains its nutritional value for years. You see that? You see that? You need moringa in your life. And not only that, I got some seeds here as well. I don't know if you was able to see the seeds outside, but let's see. These are the moringa seeds. Now let me tell you about these moringa seeds. They are also healthy in the way that and excuse the noise, they're out here, you know we're working, so I just have to talk over this noise and keep going because I don't want you guys to miss out on this. So these moringa seeds, we're going to give them a little time to pull up and get the truck out because they're making a lot of noise right now. Maybe I'll come back. I'm going to let them pull up and then I'm going to come back to you because I can't afford for you to miss this one. This is too good. Okay guys, so we're back. They're in and we're back. So we're going to continue. Like I was saying, this is a seed. And the way that you do this is just basically break the shell off this seed. And that's the inside of the seed. That's what you eat. You eat that. It's very healthy for you. Now, the thing about these moringa seeds is that they also can filter water, right? So you look that up. They can filter water, okay? And another thing that I like about them is that these seeds is that, let's say if you have a difficult time drinking enough water in the morning, you have a difficult time drinking this much water in the morning. A lot of you don't drink enough, so you turn to these sugary beverages and things like that. Well, guess what? Guess what? Take one of these seeds, eat the seed, and then drink the water. That's sweet. It makes the water taste sweet. You see that? So if you have a child who doesn't like drinking water, you give your child one of these seeds and then give your child some water. And see how quickly your child gulps that water down because it makes the water taste sweet. And I'm going to tell you another secret. This is the healthiest lemonade on earth. Take a lemon or a lime or whatever, right? Squeeze it into your water, boom, boom, so that you just have lemon water, lime water. No sugar necessary. Now you just eat one of these seeds, drink the lime or lemon water, and you have the healthiest lemonade on earth, healthiest limeade on earth. You see that? People, you don't have to be exposing yourself to all these harmful chemicals that you're exposing yourself to. Sugar, that's a poison. The poison tastes good, but it's still a poison to your body. You need to introduce moringa into your diet. I can remember when we were growing up, I don't know, I'm dating myself again here, but I can remember we used to watch this cartoon called Popeye. You guys remember that? Popeye, the Sailor Man, you know, early Saturday morning, that's when we used to get up and watch them cartoons. And one of them was Popeye the Sailor Man. And Popeye the Sailor Man used to always be getting his behind whooped by old Bluto. Now, when I was little, I thought he was called Pluto with a P, but then I grew up and I discovered that I was wrong all that time. It wasn't Pluto with a P, it was a Bluto with a B. But I digress. Anyway, Bluto used to be whooping up old Popeye every day. Boom, 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 just be whooping him up. And then Popeye go and grab some spinach because they said that spinach was good for you. Popeye grabbed that spinach and eat that spinach, and then he started tearing old Bluto up. Boom, boom, boom. And they used to be singing, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish because I eats all my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Woo, woo. Y'all remember that, right? I remember that, boy. That was one of my good cartoons, that. But listen, check this out. Now, if Popeye had access to this, if Popeye had access to moringa, oh man, what you talking about? Because let me tell you something. Moringa is way more nutrient dense than spinach. Right? And you know how today everybody talking about how good kale is, and it is. Spinach, I love spinach, don't get me wrong. I love spinach, and I love kale. Don't get me wrong, they both good, and they both good for you. But moringa is more nutrient dense than both of them. Let's talk about that. Now, moringa compared to kale and spinach. The amount of iron in spinach is about 8% of the recommended daily volume. You see that? About 8%. That's per serving. The amount of iron in kale per serving is about 10%. That's the amount of iron you get in kale. About 10% the recommended daily volume. Well, what about moringa, which grows like wildfire here, by the way, in Ghana? You just go out and pick it. The amount of iron in moringa is 50%. Yo, did you hear me? I want to rewind. Rewind because I want you to understand what I'm telling you. The amount of iron in moringa is 50% of the recommended daily volume. That's the amount you get per serving. Now you see that? So if old Popeye had got hold of this moringa when he was dealing with Bluto, with a B, man, instead of him trying to get that spinach every day to deal with Bluto, he'd get this moringa and he wouldn't have to deal with Bluto but once a month. You know, he wouldn't have to have access to this once a month. He'd be whipping old Bluto up for the whole month. What? That's what you're dealing with. So that's how potent this stuff is. That's how medicinal this stuff is. That's how healthy this stuff is. You talking about some real medicine here. You talking about some real food. You talking about some real nutrition. So all these things that you're dealing with, if you're dealing with high cholesterol, if you're dealing with malnutrition, if you're dealing with all these various ailments and diseases, you need to introduce moringa into your diet. Just get the seeds and go sprinkle those seeds. I'm not sure how well they grow in the United States, but I know here they just grow like wildfire. I guess you have to have a warm climate. So the people living down south, I'm sure that you can grow them. Go get you some seeds. Don't wait to next month. Don't wait to next year. Don't wait. Make this a New Year's resolution. Go out today and get you some moringa powder. Whether you go to Whole Foods, whether you go to your local health food store, go get you some moringa today. If you can go out and find you a Black Friday sale, or you can go out and get you a pizza today, you can go out and get you one of these old McDonald's unhealthy hamburgers today, then you should be able to go out and get you some moringa today, right? If you're going to be buying your relatives or your friends, your loved one, some of this old foolish stuff for Christmas, go buy them some moringa for Christmas. Tell them, hey, brother, sister, this Christmas, I got you some moringa powder. And they may look at you like you crazy. The hell you bring me some moringa powder for? What is it anyway? And you tell them why you got them that moringa powder. Because, as I said, health is wealth. See, you guys dealing with all these various ailments and diseases that are just not a part of my life. You'd be like, oh, Eric, you should get this checkup. You should get that check. That stuff is not a part of my life. I don't worry about that, right? I'm in complete tune with my body from day to day, and you know, and I know my regimen. Part of my regimen is this moringa. That's what helps keep me healthy, and it helps keep me out of harm's way. Helps keep me out of the hospital, and I'm trying to help you out today. Get some moringa, okay? All right, so today I'm going to take this moringa and it's going to be a part of my cereal this morning. I'm going to put this in my granola, get me some fresh moringa, put it in my granola, and it's going to be on and popping. All right, so anyway, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Hopefully you can benefit from what I'm telling you. And if you are, just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You know, I ain't asking you for much. Just hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment. Let me know if you use a moringa. Let me know. You know, also, if you're looking for a business opportunity, moringa. It grows, and you know, you come here, you're looking for a business, you say, well, what can I do? Export some of this to the West, right? Export this to the UK, export this to Europe. Right, dry it out, powder it up, and export it, this moringa. You know, this is a superfood now, and they're interested in this, and it grows like wildfire in Africa. You don't have to worry about it spoiling. It lasts, you know, for years. So it's an easy business to get into. And you don't have to babysit it to grow it. You just plant the seed, just get you a piece of land, plant the seeds, and it grows. And dry it out, powder it up, export it. You know, and you can find it here in Africa everywhere. So if you don't want to get no land and grow the actual trees, then you just go find somebody who's there's people all around Africa that you can go and buy this stuff wholesale from, and then export it out and sell it, you know, sell it online or whatever. Again, anyway, go ahead, subscribe. And you can also follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free, right? So if you like what we're talking about, please, let's connect. All right, as always, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.